SUVs are so popular, Kia sells a half dozen of them. The Kia Seltos slots in as their subcompact SUV next to the Soul, but unlike the Soul, the Seltos has available all-wheel drive. If you were considering the Seltos, I'd bet you want to know how it is to live with. Well, you're in for a treat because here at KBB, we have a Kia Seltos SX Turbo trim in our long-term vehicle fleet. Our very own Matt Deegan is managing our one-year Seltos loan and is here to share how it's been to live with. Introduced in 2020 for the 2021 model year, our Kia Seltos comes in a star bright yellow color, has a trim-specific grille, and also has LED headlights. And working our way down, you also get something that resembles a skid plate for a more rugged appearance. All right, so Matt, you've had this car for a little under a year. What do you think about it looks-wise?
I've never lost it in a parking lot. It's hard not to with this yellow paint, but it's a nice yellow. I think they did a great job on it. The LED headlights are really good. They actually are really good at night. If you're wondering if this is the 2021, this badge gives it away.
Base models get a 2-liter engine with 146 horsepower linked to a CVT, but our trim has the 1.6-liter turbo engine with 175 horsepower linked to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. Fuel economy is estimated to be 27 miles per gallon in combined driving, but Matt claims in real-world conditions he's only been able to achieve 26 miles per gallon. Moving to the profile of the car, you can really see the boxy dimensions of the Seltos. There's also 7.3 inches of ground clearance and trim-specific 18-inch wheels linked up to the all-wheel drive system, which can be helpful if you ever come across less than ideal road conditions.
In this model, I haven't really done too much off-roading per se, but you have a center differential lock. Works up to just under 40 miles per hour, and it's meant for terrain like mud, sand, maybe some snowy conditions. Now, how many people are actually going to use that? Who knows, but it's nice that it has it.
Towards the back, you'll really see the Seltos put those boxy dimensions to good use. There's 26.6 cubic feet of cargo room behind the second row, and with the second row seats folded, that yields 62.8 cubic feet of space. And if you're hauling people and cargo, the second row seats do a 60-40 split.
Some real world testing here. I moved homes, and no, it's not a moving van, but real world situation, it actually did help in moving. So like, let's say you're going off to college or you just have like some weekend adventure gear, it might just fit in here.
Moving inside to the rear quarters, you'll notice rear seat vents and a USB charge outlet. And we know the Seltos has a decent amount of cargo space, but is the second row comfortable for occupants? All right, so I know you don't spend a lot of time back here because you're busy driving this thing, but how do you fit?
I'm fine. For the non-NBA players out there, I think this is going to be, perfectly adequate. There's space for me.
Moving up front, our trim has heated faux leather seats with a 10-way power adjustable driver's seat with lumbar support, and passengers get a 4-way manual seat, which is standard on all trims. If you're wondering, me at 6'4", I fit in a driver's seat just fine. I have plenty of head and leg room, and the seats are very comfortable. As far as infotainment, base models get an 8-inch touchscreen with standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but our trim has the 10.25-inch touchscreen with the Bose audio system, connected mood lamp, and nature sounds.
So this is more of an upgraded system, and think of the Seltos as an automotive sound soother. So it's got a variety that you can play, from like calming sea waves to snowy village, and they're kind of like these sound soothing, meant to relax you when you're maybe stressed on the highway. It's an interesting feature, and it's built into the car.
And since we're up front, let's take it out on the road to get a quick take on how it drives.
This is a small vehicle, but it doesn't feel that small. It doesn't feel jittery on the highway. I've driven this long distances, and it's never felt like, sometimes you'll be on a freeway in a really small car and it can feel kind of jittery. You don't feel that with this. It's pretty darn dynamic too. It's pretty fun to drive. We can put this in sport mode and, give it a little more juice. go around a turn, maybe a little bit faster than you think, and I think it does fine. It's actually pretty darn fun to drive for being this nature of vehicle.
Safety features on our SX trim include adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, blind spot monitor, and rear cross traffic alert. Base price for the newer 2022 Kia Seltos starts around $22,500, not including destination. And if you want a fully loaded SX trim like our long-term tester here, those start a little bit over $28,000. So that concludes the walk around of our long-term 2021 Kia Seltos. Now, if you're curious on how much your car is worth right now, especially in this crazy market, or you want to price out a subcompact SUV like our Seltos,
go to kbb.com. They've got all the tools you need.
That was my line.